Warning, I'm on a journey to handicap home runs in Major League Baseball. I'm not claiming to be sharp. I'm not claiming to have an edge. I bet based on the three Ps, pitcher, park, and price. We probably won't win long term. And yesterday we certainly did not win. Minus 2.4 units on the day, and we got saved by Kyron Paris in the late game, hitting a 10-1 bet on him. It was going to be a brutal day had he not hit. I think I overextended in this Toronto-LA game. I say that, but I probably broke even with Kyron Paris because of his odds. This Oakland game, I talked a lot about it, and I thought there was a lot of value. Technically, we lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks, but we hit a 425. So, we went down a little bit in that game. If you'll remember, I was very high on Jacob Wilson. I had a 0.2 unit play on Jacob Wilson. And I don't know if anybody looked at the box score. How can you be so right and so wrong? Go look at Jacob Wilson yesterday. Go look what he did to the pitcher that he faced in Brian Wu. He didn't hit a home run, and that's all that matters. But he did. He hit 4 times. He had 4 hits in the game, 6 bases. The read was there. We just could not get one over the fence. So a disappointing day. I'm going to let you guys know. I know in the past, about a month ago, I did a video on Ballpark Pals data and how I'm backtracking it and then using that information to make my picks. I'm going to do an updated video just because we have more data and more games to consider in the next few days. So pay attention for that. I'm also going to give you some information and some data as it pertains to my bets. Are my winning days better than my losing days? Are days when I pick 40 better or worse than days I pick 30? That kind of thing. I'm tracking all of it. And right now it's not mattering at all. We are down 9 units, which stings and sucks, and I hate it. Especially since... Well, I just don't like losing. We'll just leave it at that. So today, it's a small slate. Again, if you want to sign up for Novig, that helps me out. Certainly helps me out. Puts a little back in my pocket from what we are losing on these home runs. And we will give away $100 when we reach 25 signups. We're at 6. So I really thought, I thought 1,000 people watching this a day. 25 would be easy. I thought it would happen just like that. I was wrong, and that's okay. I get it. Not everybody is in a legal state. Some people have already signed up. The list goes on, but if you haven't signed up and you do want to help out, it would take you about 10 minutes. Code GMGO, deposit $50, get a free $25, and have some fun on Novig. So here's the slate for today. A doubleheader in Colorado. I mentioned yesterday it was not the doubleheader. It's being transitioned to today. So I will give plays for the 3 o'clock game, although I may come back for the 6 o'clock game and give some later on. Also, my Ballpark Pal code changed. Code Low has expired, and we are moving on to Code Wilson. I tried to jinx it. I told him I wanted that to be the code prior to the game. Let's be optimistic. Let's tell him we want Wilson, and then Wilson hits a home run, and it's all perfect. It was not all perfect. He did get 4 hits, but that's our code for the next week. So Coors will be a game I play. Tampa Bay, game I play. Arizona, game I play. Boston, I've got a few picks. I'm skipping the game in Kansas City. I'm playing a few in Atlanta, and then I'm skipping the game in LA and Toronto, which is a +7, which looks optimistic. I just don't see value. I'm not convinced that either of these teams have bats that really want to send a ball over the fence. And then I'm skipping the game in Minnesota. So we'll start with the game in Colorado and Detroit. This is the early game, remember, 3 o'clock. And these are all my plays. So we can zip through these today, make it easy. Michael Toglia or Tolia, or I think it's Tolia. Brenton Doyle, Mickey Moniak are the plays for Colorado. All of these are on Camby. I get it, guys. Most of you have probably burnt your Camby accounts. I can get 0.1 units on a Camby account that I have access to. We'll just put it that way. So, do what you can. I like them at these numbers. I wouldn't dip much below these numbers. So you're kind of on your own and deciding what price is fair to you. Detroit, I like Gleyber Torres and Javier Baez. I think that number on Baez is actually tremendously solid. 830 for him with his matchup with this park. I love that number. For the game in Tampa Bay against the Phillies, Tampa Bay has not been able to get anything going. The Phillies have struggled on the road to get runs, but not in this series. They've been doing just fine. I like Yandy Diaz, Caminero again. I know we had him a few days ago. And Brandon Lau, who is facing a lefty today. Traditionally, not the best. Lefty on lefty matchups are not good. We'll show the data in a few days when I do my data review. However, he has faced Sanchez in the past. He does have a home run off of him. I believe he has 2 hits in 5 games. So whatever Sanchez throws his way, he sees well. And Sanchez isn't going to pitch 9 innings, so they're likely going to have a righty reliever that he's going to see. So with the conditions, with the park, with that number, and with the power that Brandon Lau has, yeah, 760 I'm fine with playing even though he's facing a lefty. He may not be in the lineup and we may cost ourselves nothing. It may just void, but regardless, maybe don't take him on FanDuel in case he comes in and pinch hits, but I like him at that price. And then Bryson Stott at $950 on Campy is a very good price for this park. Bryce Harper at $450 on ProfitX is a green play, a tremendous number on a guy like Bryce Harper. Arizona. So we have LA leaving Miami, coming all the way to Arizona. What does that do to a team? I don't know how much travel impacts. I've mentioned this before. It might be something I need to look into. It does make me a little nervous. There are a lot of matchups that I like against Brandon Pfaadt today, who is pitching for Arizona. He is one of my favorite pitchers to target in terms of home run. The Dodgers hit a lot of home runs, but it was a case again where do I pick one guy that I think has, the most upside, or do I unload with 7 guys and take the risk? And I can't do that. So I'm only going with James Outman for the Dodgers. Hit one yesterday, just got recalled from the minor leagues, spent a lot of time with the Dodgers last year, has some success, has 2 home runs in this park in limited, trips to this venue. So I like him at that number, 750. And actually, after I placed it, I looked prior to making this video, it's up to 800. So I'm tracking it at 750, which is the number I got it at. But if you can get it at 800, even better. For Arizona, Corbin Carroll and Pavin Smith, 620 and 900. Yes, Yamamoto is pitching for the Dodgers. I don't think I understand that those numbers are indicative of the pitching matchup, but I don't think the advantage is so much in Yamamoto's favor that Corbin Carroll should be priced that high, that Pavin Smith should be priced that high. So that's what I'll say about that. Texas and Boston is an early game, and for as much as I hate Texas bats to hit home runs, I've got 3 of them: Wyatt Langford, Corey Seager, and Evan Carter. I think that, obviously that Evan Carter number is a little bit of a flyer, just kind of joined the team once Jake Berger got recalled. Jake Berger kind of fell through the cracks. I mean, this was a big signing from the Marlins, supposed to be the power bat, and he was unable to do anything. So Evan Carter gets called up, and a guy I liked last year quite a bit, and I think has some good value for certain spots. So this is one of those spots that I like. For Boston, you guys taught me how to say this. Rafaela, I think it's Rafaela. 9-1. Really good matchup today. Park is fine, neutral, so we'll go with him at 9-1. And then Atlanta and Cincinnati, Michael Harris at 9-1 and Matt Olson at 540 are the only plays. Cincinnati is just too streaky. And Schwellenbach has been pretty solid this year. So overall solid. I think he had 1, maybe 2 games where he looked rough, but the other 4 or 5 starts, he's looked really good. So with as inconsistent as the Cincinnati Reds team is, I'm going to lay off. Although their prices are good. Their prices are accounting for this matchup. So if you want to take a little bit of a risk and you want to squeak some value out with just numbers, and you don't think Schwellenbach is as good, or Cincinnati will bring it today, one or the other, go look at those numbers. You may find something that you like. Took a few days off of the parlays, off the round robins, but since the slate is so small, and since I'm not extending with a ton of plays today, I'm okay with doing a 0.15 total unit play, having some fun. Remember, this is about fun. Yesterday was not fun. And then that's what I'm considering, because it's we had 3 out of 4 profitable days, but our profitable days were half a unit, and then we lose 2 units on a bad day. And it's okay, I can't have 3 profitable days, 1 negative day, but the 1 negative day outweighs the profitable days. It's not a sustainable system. We will lose long term. We will have more winning days, but we will lose more units. So where's the line? Again, I'm figuring it out. I'm trying to navigate, and that's part of the journey. So here's our round robin today. Rafaela, Mickey Moniak, Bryson Stott, And then I'm going Will Smith in here. So I don't really love him enough to put him as a solo play. And that's why you don't see him. That's why you see Altman. But I don't want to do kind of a long shot, quote unquote, on a guy in this round robin. Like I want to mix this up. Like, let's do a guy who didn't quite meet the standalone whatever, but I still am okay with. I would have liked Will Smith above 600. I think he's 560. So, it is what it is. That's what I'm choosing to do. So yeah, that's what we're going with today. What is this? If we lose all of these, we could be down about another 2 units. So yeah, we'll keep pressing forward. It may be, I don't want to cut my losses and be done, right? It's supposed to be fun. But again, how much of this is variance and how much of this is just, I don't have it, right? That's what we're trying to figure out. And appreciate you guys sticking with me, riding with me. So stay tuned. More content on the way. But I appreciate you guys consistently coming back and watching these videos. We will see you tomorrow.